Right, thank you for taking time for watching this video that you're about to watch. Now, I'd love you all to subscribe to my channel. Let's get the subscribers up. But one of my favourite and most loyal subscribers is one of my daughters, who she's just made this for me. Look at that. What does it say?
Subscribe to Colin.
So what do you want the people to do?
To subscribe to my daddy.
Good afternoon, internet, and welcome back to the channel. So it's Friday. I do believe it's the 26th of January, and it is 10 to 5 on the evening. And let me just show you. I've got to show you this. After all this time of horrible weather, and bearing in mind 10 to 5, and it's still, look at this. It's still beautiful sunshine. Look at that. Now, wouldn't that have been nice to go out for a ride? But unfortunately today, I couldn't make it. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But, yeah, look at this. 10 to 5 of a night. We're lucky here. We really are, because we're getting to the stage now where, well, last night it was 6:30 and it was still light. So anyway, enough with the weather. Let me just get you this back in the right position again, so you can get me. Right, so as you probably saw, the Transalp is still there on the ramp, and it's just been a busy week, so I haven't got anything done. But right, what I wanted to say today was a little chat. I like the little chats, and helmets, crash hats, lids, the little things that sit on top of our little dainty heads and protect them. Now I've touched on this way back last year on the video, and it's like your use by date, isn't it? You know, what is a use by date on your beloved lid, helmet, crash hat? So they reckon, don't they, that apparently that you should change about every 5 years, they say, with, you know, decent use. And I suppose, you know, when you actually look at it, it's to save us, isn't it? We all want to be safe. And so my helmet that I've got is oh, here we go again. The name will come to me in a minute. It's a Schuberth. That's exactly what it is. It's a C3. And I bought that in now, come on, hold the criticism. I bought that in 2009. And when I bought it, I truly believe that it was the best helmet as far as quietness, comfort, and the view. You know, your line of vision from that nice big visor was fantastic. And I've had it all these years, and you know what? There's not a blemish on it. I mean, I look after them, I clean them. It's never been dropped. It's, you know, it's a great helmet, but it's getting old. And you know, the cheap pads now have they've got a little bit, so it does tend to move a bit. And you know, I suppose really this is me being not tight, certainly not tight, but I like to get my money's worth out. And there's probably a lot of people out there that say, but Jesus Christ, you've got your money's worth, and you would be smack on. So I thought to myself, okay, you know, I need to get out there, and I need to get myself a new helmet. It's as simple as that. Now, I've got a helmet, and I must admit, I like the flip ups, or the modulars. Are they called yeah, anyway, you know what I mean, the ones that lift up. Now, I got one of them from Lidl, good old Lidl, I like Lidl, and I got it as a second helmet, you know, if the weather's bad or I'm going horrible place. Anyway, I got it from there, and I paid, I think it was, I don't know, €80, and it's okay. You wouldn't want to do more than probably 2 hours riding, and that's the thing, isn't it? This is what it's about. So I thought, right, okay, a Schuberth. I've got a Schuberth. I love them. I'll have a look at them. So the one now is, I believe, a C5. And you're looking, you're looking at nearly €900. €900 for it. Now, okay, I think you get to a certain age, don't you, where, you think a bottle of milk is a rip-off. So when it comes to 900 for an helmet, I mean, what I could do with €900 for these bikes or trips. You think of the camping trips I could have. But yeah, I get it. It's not all about money, and it's not all about, but I do feel that sometimes, you can go a bit OTT. Oh, look at my helmet. It's a Schuberth. So I thought to myself, do you know what? Times have changed. When we talk about the oil years ago, Castrol GTX was the dog's doodah. But now there's so many, oil has come on in leaps and bounds. You don't have to change it, every 3,000 miles and blah, 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 because it's better. Okay, and that happens with everything. So what I want, the important things to me, comfort. The helmet's got to be comfort, like when I did the Normandy trip, 6 hours. Now, when I bought the Schuberth, I used to do a hell of a lot of touring, on my BM. I'd be gone for, 3 or 4 weeks, at a time, constant riding, so comfort. So, right, back now to today. I still want the comfort, I want to get some trips in, maybe not usually, but I want to get some trips, so I want to be comfortable. Quietness, I don't like wearing earplugs. I really don't. I know a lot of people say, oh, you should wear earplugs. Well, that's okay. If you want to wear earplugs, that's fine. I personally don't. So I want a helmet that is going to be quiet. And, I want a good vision section, which, to be fair, from what I've seen, a lot of them have. So basically, then we're looking at price. Now, I know very little about helmets. It's not the sort of thing, I don't think, that anyone's really that up on. It's not an everyday topic, is it? Oh, did you see the latest helmet? Oh, look at it. No. So I got on the internet and, I've spent a couple of days, not complete days, but spare time, and I sit down, blah, 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 looking. Now, the helmet that strikes me as being everything that I want is HJC. And I'm sure you must have heard the name. They seem to be everywhere. HJC, right. So, and the one that I fancy is the I-90. And I thought, right, okay. Now, next thing you got to look at, you got to measure your bonds. You got to get the old tape measure and measure your bonds. But ordering off the internet, even though you've measured, it's not the same as it. So today, I found our local town, big town, small city, whatever you want to class it as, Quimper. There is a motorcycle shop there, which I don't normally go to. The reason being, I think the staff are miserable, but that's beside the point. But anyway, it's a fairly big shop and they've got a fairly good choice. So I go down there, take the wife with me, because I want her to tell me, does that look good? Hey, do you think? Yeah, anyway, you get where I'm going. So we get down there. And, they've got a big range. Oh, they've got a big range of helmets, full stop. So I tried a few different brands on. And to be fair, the HJC, I thought, was a nice helmet. It felt comfortable, excellent view, and the price, pretty good. But they had the I-91, not the I-90. What's the difference, you may say? Right. So the guy who'd been watching us all the time, because he spoke to us, you see, so we're English, and they keep their eye on the English. You might stuff it up your jumper and leave it out the shop, but anyway, so excuse me. So anyway, he comes over and, what are you looking for? Any specific? I said, well, I am actually, yeah, I'm looking for an I-90. Now his face nearly bounced off the ground and he said, oh, I'm afraid we don't stock those. That's an older model. I said, oh, right, okay. Bit like me then, eh? Older model, know what I mean? Anyway, so I said, okay. I said, but whether it's an I-90 or an I-91 or a C, whatever it is, I said, they're all basically, it's a size. I said, I want to try. Anyway, so I'm now, convinced and happy that I am an L. I'm a large. So I can now order off the internet for a for an I-90. HJC I-90. And I think we're quite happy. It's got everything that I want to do, you know. But this time, because all my helmets for years now have been dark, you know. I mean, when you see me out on the bikes, the Schuberth one is black. The other one that I had from Lidl is dark grey. No, I want a bit of colour, you know. So I thought to myself, right, okay, and I'm looking. And you can get colour in like extra small or medium. But large, forget it. It seems like everyone with an L size head wants that. Okay, so that's where I'm at. So that's I'm gonna. So it will be interesting as anybody that watches me. Do you use HJC helmets? Have you got one? Have you ever had one? Do you like it, or do you think what a pile of poo it is and I wouldn't touch it? I'd love to hear back in the comments. Like I said, I've tried it on in the shop. It felt right, it looked right, you know. I was well happy with it. But getting to the shop, right now, I don't know whether you've heard, you must have done, right? You must have watched the news, and our farmers in France, I mean, you know, the French, if they don't like something, they protest. There's no two ways about it, you know. They get out there, you know. We've had the yellow jackets and we've had something else, and I don't know, it goes on every year anyway. But right now, the farmers, and this is the whole of France, and of course I live in farmland, and mind you, most of France is farmland. It's a big state anyway. So we're going to the shops, and I shouldn't laugh really, and yeah, I'm all for people putting the point of view over. I am, you know. And so you've got, you know, the muck spreaders that they have in the fields, you know, doing all the cow poo, and it spreads it over. So they've got them, right, and they go into the buildings. It's called the prefecture, right? Every city or major town in France has a prefecture, right? And it's like their government offices. It deals with all sorts of things, you know. And so so they've got these muck spreaders, right? Because there's tractors everywhere, right? So they've got these muck spreaders, and they're spraying, right? They're actually spraying in front of these buildings. Oh man, you can imagine the smell, can't you? And then this is the, and you shouldn't laugh really, because you know, law enforcement, very important. A load of police and gendarmes, right? And they just get in the tractors, right? Full of cow dung, right? And they're just dumping it literally straight on top of the gendarmes, you know. Well, not the gendarmes themselves, but you know, the vehicles, and they're going into restaurants, and they're going into shops, and they're throwing rotten around. Now that's the bit I find a little bit iffy, you know. Okay, if they want to block the roads, or they want to spray the prefectures, or they, you know, drop it on the police cars, okay. But when it comes to personal things, when you've got, like, there was a McDonald's, yeah, I personally don't like McDonald's, but that's nothing to do with it. You've got families sat there with the kids eating the meals that they've paid for, you know, and these farmers burst in, you know, with rotten hay and everything, start throwing it around. You know, come on lads, you know, there's a line in that, you know. And I think if you cross that line, that's when maybe the public support could stop going with you. You know, difficult to say in it, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at. And tomorrow, because it's Saturday tomorrow, obviously, the Federation of French Motorcyclists, which is a huge concern in France. I mean, it really is. Now they're getting involved as well. They're out, and they're joining up with the farmers tomorrow, and they're pulling down all the speed cameras. I mean, the farmers today, they're absolutely just changed around and ripping them out and all sorts, you know. So you got all the bikers tomorrow. I mean, I'm a member of that federation, you know, and you know, you get the meet up at so and so. I've got to be honest, it's not for me, you know. Having said that, you know, I mean, it just shows, if everybody says, well, it's not for me, then we probably wouldn't get anything done, because like I said, I will hand it to the French, you know. They do, if they don't like something, it's get out there and get it sorted. And the French government back down. I mean, they're still up in arms about this CT starting, you know, in April, which you know, I can see this is all going to probably fall on its face, and the French government will look just a bunch of idiots again, you know, because they'll do a U-turn. But still, never mind. Anyway, it's not about politics, and it's not about all that. I just thought it funny just how that they do stand up and, you know, never mind. Right, okay, so that's about it. So, getting back to the helmet again. So, if anybody out there has had any experience of HGC, I'd love to hear off you. I really would. Like I said, I think I'm going to get one if I can find one to fit my buttons. It can't be a dark helmet. I'm not having the dark helmet. Anyway, that being said, I'm hoping to get out the weekend on either probably the Himalayan again, because it was only a little short run after I did the gearing on it on the back. So I would like to give it a bit longer run. So if I do go out, it'll probably be on the Himalayan, and I've got to get started and working on the Transalp. Hopefully next week will be a bit calmer for me, and I can get some jobs done. Anyway, I'm hoping that you have got this good weather as well as me. Look, the hands are off again. I can't help it. So yeah, hope your weather's as good as it is for me. I hope everyone's feeling good. Are we all getting that spring is on the way feeling? I certainly am. Right, that's it. I'm going to end this video now because I'll be talking far too much. I hope you're all well. Catch you in the next video. Take care, whatever you're doing. Stay safe, and bye for now.